Students, in continuation with ray optics, today we discuss the image formation by spherical mirrors such as the concave mirror as well as convex mirror. In previous video we have discussed the important terms associated with the image formation in a spherical mirrors, relation between the focal length and the radius of curvature, as well as the sign conventions, Cartesian new sign conventions. So here are the 6 cases for the image formation by concave mirror. The first one, when the object is at infinity, the light rendered from the object is a parallel beam of light, and when it is made to incident on the concave mirror, after reflection all the reflected rays converge at a point on the principal axis, producing a real inverted diminished image at the principal focus. So bear in mind, when the object is at infinity, the image will be formed at principal focus. Case 2. When the object is placed beyond the center of curvature of concave mirror, here AB is the linear extended object placed just beyond C. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through principal focus. A ray passing through focus after reflection runs parallel to the principal axis. Both reflected rays intersect each other at a point. Through that point of intersection, a perpendicular A'-B' is drawn from the principal axis, which gives the position and the nature of the image. Nature of the image is real inverted diminished image is formed between F and C. The third case, when the object is at C, center of curvature of concave mirror, after reflection the reflected rays intersect each other at a point. A perpendicular A'-B' from the principal axis is drawn through the point of intersection, which provides us the position and nature of the image. So when the object is at the center of curvature, the image also will be formed at the center of a curvature. The nature of the image is real inverted same size image is formed at C. In the next case, when the object is between F and C, focus and center of curvature, AB is the object placed between F and C. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus. A ray passing through focus after reflection runs parallel, both intersect each other, and A'-B' is the perpendicular drawn from the principal axis through the point of intersection, which provides or gives us the position and nature of the image. Nature of the image formed in this particular case is a real inverted enlarged image is formed beyond C. In the next case, when the object is at a principal focus, after reflection the reflected rays run parallel. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus. A ray incidenting at P at an angle of incidence say I, then after reflection the light must travel in that particular direction such that the angle of reflection must be R, I equals to R. If I is 30 degree, R is also 30 degree. So both the reflected rays are run parallel to each other, they meet at infinity. The nature of the image formed in this particular case is a real inverted enlarged image is formed at infinity. This particular case is a vice versa of case 1. In case 1, the object is at infinity, the image is formed at focus. In case 5, object is at F, the image is formed at infinity. The last case, the sixth one, when the object is placed between P and F, AB is the linear object placed between P and F. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus. A ray incidenting at P following the second law of reflection, light advances in that particular direction such that angle of reflection is the same as angle of incidence. Here both the reflected rays are diverging. If light rays are diverging, then they do not intersect or they do not meet. The nature of the image formed is virtual one. These are reflected rays. When they are produced backward, they intersect each other at a point. A perpendicular A dash B dash is drawn from the principal axis through that point of intersection, which provides us the position and nature of the image. So after reflection, if the light rays are diverging instead of converging, if they diverge, the virtual image will be formed. In this particular case, a virtual, erect and enlarged image is formed behind the mirror. So in all the 5 cases, inverted image. In the last case, 5th case, erect image, not inverted image. A virtual, erect and enlarged image is formed behind mirror. Derivation of mirror formula or mirror equation. Mirror formula or mirror equation is a mathematical relation connecting a focal length, object distance and image distance. F is focal length, U is object distance, V is image distance. For that, let us consider a concave mirror M dash of a small aperture. Small aperture in the sense the surface area available for reflection is small. A real object AB is placed just beyond center of curvature of a concave mirror. Rays advancing from this object undergo reflection at the concave mirror. All the 3 rays intersect each other at a point. Through that point of intersection, a perpendicular A dash B dash is drawn, which provides us the position and nature of the image. The nature of the image is a real, inverted, diminished image is formed between F and C. To proceed with the mathematical steps to arrive at the mirror equation, from similar triangles A dash B dash P and ABP, taking the ratios of the sides of the triangle, A dash B dash by AB equals to A dash B dash by AB, PA dash by PA. That is equation 1. Similarly, considering the similar triangles, triangle A dash B dash F, A dash B dash F and triangle MNF. Here MN is the perpendicular drawn to the principal axis from point of incidence M. Aperture being small here, N lies very close to P. Distances measured from N are nearly equal to the distances measured from P. So according to sign convention, all distances are to be measured from pole. Taking the ratios of the sides of these 2 similar triangles, A dash B dash by MN equals to F A dash by NF. A dash B dash by MN equals to F A dash by NF. Okay. Here we can rewrite this as A dash B dash by AB, since AB height is the same as MN, and F A dash can be written as P A dash minus PF divided by PF instead of NF. As I said, aperture being small, N lies very close to P. That's why NF distance can be taken as PF. That is equation 2. From equations 1 and 2, equating the right hand side quantities, we can write PA dash by PA equals to PA dash minus PF divided by PF. That is equation 3. Applying a Cartesian new sign conventions, all distances measured in the direction of light are to be taken as positive. Distances measured in the direction opposite to the direction of light are to be taken as negative. Here PA is the object distance measured in a direction opposite to the direction of light from pole of the mirror, that's why it is a minus U. PA dash is the image distance, that is also negative. PF is a focal length, that is also negative. Substituting these terms in equation 3 becomes minus V by minus U, which equals to minus V minus of F divided by minus F. So simplifying, we get Vf equals to Uv minus Uf, or Uv equals to Vf plus Uf, that is equation 4. Dividing this equation 4 by UVF throughout, we get 1 by F equals to 1 by U plus 1 by V, hence the mirror formula. So here simple geometry we have made use to arrive at the mirror formula 1 by F equals to 1 by U plus 1 by V. Linear magnification. It is defined as the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object, or ratio of the image distance to the object distance. So M equals to, M is linear magnification is denoted by small letter m. It is the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object, or ratio of the image distance to the object distance. A dash B dash is the height of the image, AB is the height of the object, or M equals to H dash by H. For linear magnification, we have to refer to the ray diagram of mirror formula itself. Already the diagram we have discussed, the ray diagram we have discussed in deriving the mirror formula. The same diagram we need to refer. By definition, linear magnification is a ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. From similar triangles A dash B dash P and ABP, ratios of the sides of the triangle, applying sign conventions to this equation 2, we can write minus H dash by H equals to minus V by minus U, or H dash by H equals to minus V by U. Here in the equation 1, M equals to H dash by H, linear magnification M equals to H dash by H. So in the equation 3, H dash by H we are getting minus V by U. Equating these two equations, that is the equation 1 and equation 3, we can write linear magnification is equals to minus V by U, where V is the image distance, U is the object distance. Let me repeat. Linear magnification, it is defined as the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object, or ratio of the image distance to the object distance. Okay. So it has two definitions. It can be defined as a ratio of height of the image to the height of the object, or a ratio of the image distance to the object distance. So it's simple geometry we have made use to arrive at the formula in connection with the linear magnification. Thank you.